Hey, what's going on guys? And today we'll be counting down the top 5 hardest maps in Zombies. Now if you disagree with this list whatsoever, please make sure to let me know in the comments below and I will try to reply to them. Coming in at the number 5 spot we have Nuketown. Not the Black Ops 4 Nuketown, because that Nuketown's too easy. You can survive with that with a fucking knife until high rounds. I'm talking about the Black Ops 2 Nuketown, the OG Nuketown. Now this Nuketown is very hard for a couple of reasons. Mainly because it's ridiculously tight and you cannot camp, you can only train in certain areas. And the other reason being about how the perks drop into the map after every 5 rounds, which is pretty stupid. Because that means that you could either get Juggernog, which is very, very important in Black Ops 2. You can either get Juggernog on round 5 or round 25, which is ridiculous. In Black Ops 2, double swiping is inevitable. It happens all of the time. As well as all that, Pack-a-Punch might not even drop. So you're going to be forced to use the ray gun because there's no wonder weapon for this map. So you're going to be forced to use the ray gun Mark 1 or maybe the Mark 2 if you've got buried, but probably the Mark 1. And you sat around reusing the ray gun, you shoot it at the floor. You're then a one hit to any zombie near you. So one swipe and you're gone. The only good thing about this map is the fact that quick revive is not random. So you can get quick revive on round 1, which is quite nice because without that, this would be probably the hardest map. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Shangrila. Now, Shangrila is a stunning map. It's beautiful, but it's very difficult. Now, the only trap in the entire map, or traps I should say, attack you, the player. They don't attack the zombies. Oh no, them spike traps go up your arsehole all the time. You go outside a spawn on round 2 or whatever, spike up your ass, zombie in your face, you're dead. It's so annoying, especially when you have friends, because they purposefully set them off to trap you in them. I've done this many a time to my friends because I'm a knobhead and it's very fun to do. But they die most of the time because it's really annoying. The other trap is the kind of like sticky pond trap. I don't know what you'd call it, but like it builds a bridge over this pond and it's really sticky and you can't run in it. But zombies can. Oh yeah, zombies are impermeable to mud, so they can run full pelt across that while you're getting stuck in the mud because your friends decided to run off and fuck you over, which is great. As well as having traps that attack you, this map has 2 bosses. It has the Napalm Zombie and the Shrieker Zombie. Now, the Shrieker Zombie isn't that bad. He runs super fast and blinds you, which can be a bit troublesome at times, especially when you're like training a horde, although you can't really train on this map, but if you've got some zombies near you and he blinds you, it's not a fun time, but he's not as bad as the Napalm Zombie. Now, the Napalm Zombie blows up on impact. He gets close to you and basically suicide bombs and blows up, leaving his fiery residue to burn you to death. The instant explosion does half of your health instantly and the fire finishes you off most of the time. With Juggernog it's not so bad because you can survive it, but it's just annoying when you die to one zombie being a terrorist. The other thing about Shangrila is the fact that the baby gun, the wonder weapon of the map, has the smallest drop rate out of any gun ever in Call of Duty. It is very difficult to get from the box, and even if you do get it, you can't even use it. It's statistically the best wonder weapon in the game. But the thing is, you can't hoard up a train to kill with it. The best thing you can do to survive is train down by Juggernog, but it's not even a train. It's just you running randomly round trying to survive. It is ridiculous. It is by far one of the hardest maps to survive on, especially considering there is literally no space on the map to breathe, let alone run around. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have Nakdar Totem. Now I'm talking about the World at War version, not the Black Ops 1 version, because the Black Ops 1 version you have a thunder gun, which makes a whole world of difference to this map. But the World at War version is very difficult for a couple of reasons. Mainly because there's no perks. This is the first Zombies map ever. They didn't even conceive perks at this point. Perks weren't a thing. So you were 2 hits and that's it. No quick revive, no jug, no speed cola, no double tap, no nothing. You're running around with a random gun trying to survive. Now there's only one box location, as most of you will know. No wonder weapons. I mean, the ray gun is technically a wonder weapon, so it has a ray gun, but that's it. The wonder weapon of the map is really the flamethrower, because that's how you get to high rounds. Anyway, Nekt is challenging. It's mainly because there's only 2 training areas, and they're both especially tight and annoying to train on, because you get caught on every little thing. Any box, any little helmet on the floor, you get stuck on, you die. That's it. As soon as you stop running in Nekt, you die. Basically, the way the zombies work in Nakd is they don't hit you unless you stop moving. If you stop moving, you're dead. After a certain point though, Nakd does become a bit easier. After round 40, it becomes predictable and a lot easier to play. And after round 40, it's easier than round 10 to 20. I've said this before in my streams, but it's a lot easier to play after round 40. That's why Nakd isn't higher up on the list, but it still deserves the number 3 spot for me. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have Verruckt. Now, most of you would have assumed that Verruckt was going to go on this list because Verruckt is one of the hardest maps of all time, and some regard it as the most difficult of all time. Now, Verruckt is a strange map. It's the second zombies map ever created, and in this map, it was kind of like a tester map. They added perks in, they added traps in, they added the power in, and they added super sprinters in. Now, super sprinters are so gay in World at War, mainly because there's a thing in World at War called the gravity effect, which basically means that you're pulled into the zombies and you have to try and break this invisible fucking gravity. It's stupid. And with these super sprinters, they can run up to you in a couple of seconds. If you look away from a door for a couple of seconds, they're there and they're gravitating you. You're fucked because you can't do anything. It's really annoying. Also on Verruckt, there's nowhere to train. Not even nearly. You can kind of close off half the map to train, but still, it's this really small room. Like, Nakd has more place to train than Verruckt for some reason. I don't know why, but they just felt like Verruckt didn't need a fucking training area. So you don't have one. So the only way to go high rounds on this map is to flip spawns by going in a small room and then training or like waiting in an area for all the zombies to come and rape your ass for you to run up and use the trap. That is the only way to do high rounds in this, which is stupid and really difficult. Now again, this doesn't have a wonder weapon either. All you have is a flamethrower and a ray gun. And obviously the ray gun fucking kills you half the time. The flamethrower takes about an hour to kill a zombie, but it will always kill a zombie. That's the most important thing about the flamethrower. It's got infinite ammo and it does percentile damage, so it will always kill at the same amount of time no matter what round you're on, which makes it quite useful. But still, you got super sprinters, no wonder weapon, no training area / camping area. You're fucked. It's a ridiculously difficult map, and it definitely deserves the number 2 spot. Coming in the number 1 spot, we have 5 from Black Ops 1. Now, 5 was a starter map. It was a free map to play. You didn't want to fucking play this map. No one did. It's fucking horrible. No one wants to play this map. It's so hard. Getting out of the spawn room is difficult, let alone getting to round 30, which takes quite a lot of effort and skill and finesse. You have to use everything to your advantage. You have to use the ray gun. You have to use all your fucking quick revives, everything, the crossbow, everything. And you're training down in the war room. After round 30, the ray gun stops making crawlers, and therefore you are forced to go to the top floor of 5, if you didn't know, the starting room, where there's 2 traps. 2 of the shittiest traps ever conceived. They're fucking metal detector traps. They're awful. Now, the only way to go high rounds on this map is by training through these shitty traps, running through them, trying not to die to the trap or the zombies in front of you, running through them and using the crossbow. Now, the crossbow only has 10 shots. So if you do the math, you can only use this trap or these traps about 10 times before you run out of crossbow arrow, run out of monkey bomb effect, and then they will all come after you in that really close room where there is less space than Verruckt. So you have no hope. And then you have the Pentagon Thief. Now, the Pentagon Thief on high rounds isn't that much of an issue because you have a ray gun, you have other things you can quickly kill him easily. But if he takes your crossbow on high rounds, you're gone. I don't know anyone out of my friend group or anyone who's played zombies that I've talked about has got to round 50 on this map. Round 30, yes. Round 50, no way, Jose. Only the elite players can get to round 50 on 5. Round 30 is not difficult, but round 50, fucking hell, you've got to be like in the 1% of players to do that. This concludes our list of the top 5 hardest maps. If you disagree with me, please tell me in the comments down below. And yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Don't make a fuss, hit him with a crush, no I won't bust. Double on my damage at a pack a punch.